I've never really felt like I fit in. Growing up, my cousin used to say, "Can't fit a square peg into a round hole." And I know that she was trying to say, "Don't try so hard, just be yourself." But who wants to hear that as a kid? I wanted to fit in, and yet never felt like I did. As I've grown, I've stopped trying because I've learned to love and accept myself. And I am now feeling so blessed to be part of so many incredible groups of humans who love and accept me. And yet I still don't usually feel like I fully fit in. Until one day, 4 months ago, when I was sitting in a mastermind session and a group of people were lined up across the front of the stage saying things like, "If you want to learn how not to make mistakes in business, head over to table 1. If you want to get in touch with your inner child, meet me at table 2." Until we got to table 8, when Brandon, a young guy with long curly hair who seemed way too cool for me, started with, "If you want to talk about quantum physics and witchcraft, head over to table 8. And then he went on to say about how it had helped him unleash levels of love he'd never known before. I was hooked. I'd been studying quantum physics a bit and wanted to know more, was really curious about how this witchcraft piece fit in, and I'm all about love. And amazingly, I was already sitting at table 8. So another friend and I just stayed right there, and around us came the most incredible group of entrepreneurs who all had businesses based in love. Various businesses, but that was the common thread. As Brandon started to share his story, I resonated so deeply with it. And then others shared their philosophies on enlightenment and how love fit in with it as well. And I just sat there in awe, looking around at so many entrepreneurs, most of whom who were far more financially successful than I am yet, thinking, wow, this is amazing. For the first time in my life, I really felt home because these people were speaking love in their businesses. And they weren't just some faraway famous person like Mel Robbins that maybe I'd get to rub shoulders with one day when I make it. They were right there all around me. Brandon wasn't too cool for me. None of them were. I was exactly where I belonged. And the amazing thing is that none of us had to do anything special to fit in. We were simply being, sitting there in our authentic selves, sharing our truths. And as we did, and mine was just as accepted and admired as I was of theirs, I realized that without a doubt, my business, the warrior of love that I am, was absolutely going to make it. Any doubts I'd walked in with that day just dropped and were left on the floor beneath table number 8. Just this morning, as I was writing my speech, my incredible accountability buddy, Phil Zav, sent me a message saying, by simply being and engaging in a space, I am creating a transformational impact. It's no coincidence that that message came today, because that's the lesson I learned that day. So as we all wonder, how can we make the greatest impact? Let's start with ourselves and remember that by just being our most authentic selves, the imperfect, ever evolving, ever improving us, that's how we create the greatest impact in the world.